Good Monday morning, everybody, at 5:16. First, we'll touch on the radar real quick, and then, of course, the latest on Milton. We got some showers just kind of hanging around, especially in northern counties, Brooksville up to Inverness. This is mostly light stuff, and right now, not a big deal. There could be some heavier showers around today. And no, none of this rain has anything to do with the hurricane. Okay, that is way out into the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. And in fact, we're not expecting any significant impacts from this storm until Wednesday. So first, rest assured, we got 48 hours or so where we can kind of plan and prepare and get things ready. Temperatures starting off in the 70s, and I don't see them getting much above 80 for today like they did yesterday. So just kind of cloudy and breezy with some scattered rain. Now, let's head on to Milton. And first thing that I notice is obviously the eye wall. So here's your eye setting up shop here. And Hurricane Center just came out with a load of information right at the top of 5 o'clock. So I'm still digesting it myself. So you have to stay with me for a little bit. See that? That's lightning right around the eye, showing the intensification that's ongoing. And if you remember, this was a tropical storm yesterday. Now we got a 100-mile-per-hour winds right around the center of this storm. It's Category 2 hurricane on its way to becoming a major hurricane, and it's going to become a major hurricane. But what I want folks to understand, a couple of things. While we do have some answers today, we don't have others. Here's the answers that we do have. This is going to hit the west coast of Florida. I mean, look at the cone as it's going to start to narrow. There's still a 100-mile range here within this cone. So somebody in this 100-mile range is going to get a hurricane making landfall probably sometime late in the day on Wednesday, maybe right after the sun goes down on Wednesday. So we're kind of slowing it down a little bit. It's not going to be out of here Wednesday morning. It'll be out of here at some point Thursday morning. So you slow the process down. That gives us these extra couple of days to prepare. Another thing, the hurricane watches, you see them all the way up and down the west coast of Florida. Not to mention the tropical storm watches around the Big Bend and then down toward the Keys as well. We also have storm surge watches as well, which are going up and down the west coast. All of this is normal when you're anticipating a hurricane coming in just a couple of days. But you will notice how it's a Category 4 hurricane, at least. It wouldn't surprise me if it got to a Cat 5. But watch what happens as it approaches the coast and it just starts to weaken. And that's going to be a huge deal. When does it start to weaken? When does this wind shear take over and start to kind of tear the storm apart? Because we know it's coming on shore. It's just how much is it going to weaken before it does? And that's still something that's going to have to be fine-tuned over the next couple of days. Here are your watches, though, and it basically includes everybody, including inland locations. Remember last time with Helene, it was more of a coastal event. Inland, you're going to have your fair share of winds as well, and it wouldn't surprise me, depending upon the track, to get some hurricane force winds inland. All these winds, and I know what you're saying, Dave, give me some numbers right now. We can't. Nobody can, okay? I'm telling you that we're going to have to deal with this. This is going to be along the west coast, somewhere within our viewing area as a hurricane as it makes landfall. Here's the storm surge watch. We'll start to get those numbers and the forecast numbers for those out as well over the next few hours, and we'll just pass those along to you. So this is just, again, one computer model, just kind of watching it all slide our way. Really, for me, at this point, it's not about looking at one particular model where it makes landfall, but more about the timing of all of this right now, because it's all looking sort of late in the day on Wednesday night, and then going into Thursday morning, it should start that process of pushing off the east coast of our state, and then things will start to quiet down. So the answers that we do know, yes, we have a hurricane coming to the west coast of Florida, and it's going to be somewhere from Cedar Key down to the Fort Myers area. What I can't answer is exactly where it's going to make landfall and how much is it going to weaken before it makes landfall. Those two questions are going to have to continue to be fine-tuned. But now that the watches are out, the hurricane watches and the storm surge watches, now all of our emergency managers, Hurricane Center, we can all digest that information and come up with a plan. And I guarantee you that plan's going to be made today by everybody. And of course, you just kind of hang with us and we'll get you through this, folks. We will, okay? So we've got, again, Wednesday our day, Wednesday night out of here on Thursday. And then I will tell you this, Friday, Saturday, Sunday look to be beautiful, beautiful days. And it's going to dry out a little bit and looking nicer toward the weekend.